I welcome to all of you to my channel. Hello friends. Today our topic of discussion would be corporate governance. We have already covered basics of corporate governance in our previous videos. In this video, we will be further elaborating on the corporate governance. We will be studying about need, challenges, and way forward regarding corporate governance topics. So I request you all to please refer to the first video of the corporate governance if you have not watched it. Okay. And also I request if there are any newcomers, so please check out our previous videos of newspaper analysis. And I assure you all that you will definitely learn how to interlink current with the basic topics of your subjects and develop the broader understanding of the topic. Okay, so now let's start. So what is the need of the corporate governance? Like we have seen recently, scams are occurring, National Stock Exchange scam, even Ashni Global related issues have emerged in corporate governance. So what is the need of the corporate governance? Basically, as you all know, post 1991, we came up with the LPG reforms, liberalization, privatization, and globalization reforms. So India set on the path of the economic growth, which is private sector led and the public sector led. But government is trying to reduce its role from the business. Basically, recently our government Prime Minister Mr. Modi also said that government has no business to be in the business. You can even use this: government has no business to be in business. So basically, government is trying to go after privatization, and all the services, goods and services that we as a citizens are using it. So that would be provided by the private sector, and government's role would be just towards regulating the economy, right? So now post LPG era, what we have seen the increased market role. We have seen rise in the many corporates like Reliance, then Adani companies, then we have Jio, right? Then Airtel has come in telecom sector, then Tata is emerging in automobile sector, then Suzuki, Hyundai. We have so many private players are emerging to provide goods and services, right? So basically, this is in tune with the government's push for privatization to deliver goods and services. So now, what is the need of our? So if private sector is delivering the goods, so government's role is to ensure regulation. So how government through regulation, what objective government is trying to achieve through regulation? So basically, government is trying to achieve that there should be quality of services, right? Then services should be accessible to all. There shouldn't be any discrimination. Like services should not be denied to few people on the basis of social, like women are denied but men are being granted services, or physically disabled people are being denied, or in our society we do find society divided based on religion, caste. So on those factors also, services can also be denied, right? Then they have to be affordable, obviously, because we are our nation is becoming middle income nations, and around 27% population are poor as per multidimensional poverty index report, right? So what is the need of our is that goods and services have to be affordable also and available to all of you. There shouldn't be any supply shock disruption. Like recently Ukraine crisis is going on. Even in the past there have been protests by farmers for COVID related. So all these factors have resulted into disruption in the supply chain. So this results into imbalance of supply and demand, right? So there should be effective supply of goods and services as per the demand of the public, so available. So this is the first objective of corporate governance. Second comes, we need to ensure accountability. People who are manning the corporate governance, they have to be answerable for their actions. Like we have seen corporate scams in the past. Also, we have seen a lot of corporate scams in ICCI, Chanda Kochar related scams. Then ILNFS, because of this, NPFCs are in crisis, non-banking financial corporations. So this has set crisis in our banking sector. Then even we get to hear a lot of news that PPP contractors, private partnership contractors, like government is giving contracts to private sector, and their role is to build infrastructure. So they are using substandard materials. We do find collapse of the bridges and all, right? So there is need for fixing of the accountability. If some scam is occurring or some damage is being caused, the responsibility has to be fixed. Further, there should be transparency in the working of the corporates. Like there have been instances of rising crony capitalism, like rising nexus between politicians and corporates. Then predatory pricing. E-commerce are using uh, their advantage of reaching the masses to disrupt the competition that they are facing from the MSMEs. So this is resulting in the decline of the growth of the MSMEs. And as we know, MSMEs are providing the majority of jobs in our economy. If MSMEs start declining, then unemployment rate will further increase in India, right? So need of our is there should be balance. E-commerce should also be supported, technology should also be supported, but at the same time, MSMC should also grow. Further, corporate harassments, if we see women are being harassing, there has been instances of Me Too movements. So there should be proper work culture. If anyone is working in the corporate, everyone should be respected, from top to lower bottom employees. And even women, they should be respected, they should feel safe. Otherwise, this would be harmful for our nations. No nation has grown in which women are not able to contribute economically. No nation has achieved success. And if we Indians, if we really want to be a developed nation, we really need to ensure that women feel safe and they are able to exercise their authority. Then further enforcing its responsibility by CSR. But we find there have been many reports that CSR projects, we have skewed pattern. But we find most of the CSR projects are found in west and north part of India, 60%. Only 4% projects are found in northeast region. This is as per KPMG report, right? So now, as we know, we find many backward areas in eastern India and northeast region, but over there we don't have CSR projects. What is the need of our is that CSR projects needs to be diffused towards other geographical regions of India. And further, even CSR projects are confined in few sectors. They are confined in education, health, maximum are confined in these two sectors, but other sectors are being ignored, like hygiene, sanitation, water, environment, all these sectors, they should also be supported. Okay, so this is the need of corporate. So what are challenges that are being faced? What we find in India, then maximum business corporates are being run by family. They are family owned business. Adani, Ambani, all this, Mittal, Bharti Mittal and all this, right? So what we find, CEO and chairman both are same and they are headed by family members. So we find poor succession plan. As recently there was 2-3 years back, there was a issue regarding Tata and Mystery's case. It was also regarding poor succession plan. There was a lot of conflicts. Further, we find these board of directors who are the main leaders of the corporate who are taking major decisions. They are not empowered because they are family run businesses. So maximum decisions are taken by CEO, chairmen. So they are not empowered. And also majority decisions are taken by majority shareholders. Like in PSUs, these are the corporates, and maximum decision is taken by government because government holds share more than 50%. So majority shareholder is government, and it is appointing various CEO, BOD. And we have found in past that many CEO and BODs of PSUs, they have been involved in corruption cases like ICCICI, IL, NFS. All these are what government PSUs. Then even this National Stock Exchange, this is also government entity. Further, we find independent directors. As we know, in case of corporate governance, best feature of corporate governance is there should be independent director and there should be freedom, and women should also be present. But what we find, independent directors are absent, and even women are facing glass ceiling effect, right? Then this is all about structure of the corporate governance. If we look at the challenges regarding working of the corporate governance, we find that these governance are not adhering to the laws, like she has sexual harassment at workplace act. This is not being followed. Women are coming out through hashtag Me Too movement, but still there has been hardly action against the accused, in spite of having evidences. So there's a pure execution. They have not appointed committees to investigate these accusations. Further, we find that there's growing nexus between politicians, corporate, and bureaucrats. This is further impacting the competition in the business, and also all the major projects are cornered by few companies. So this hampers the equitable growth of the nation. Right. Further, our economic survey has said that we are moving from crony socialism to stigmatized capitalism. So crony socialism is earlier, before 1991, all the goods and services were mainly dominated by PSUs. So basically, bureaucrats were the ones who were determining what to produce, how much to produce, and what should be given to the public, and how much. But now we are post 1991. What is happening? Although private sector is emerging and providing goods and services, but still in the back of mind of the Indians, we don't trust corporates because a lot of scams are happening, and we think that corporates are driven by just profit, and they will not do welfare of the society. So what is happening? Stigmatized capitalism. So this is another challenge that corporate governance is facing. Further, according to Global Trust Index, many Indian companies and brands are least trusted across the world. So this impacts our export potential. Our goods may be of good quality, but still we are not able to tap it. So this creates another problem. Then poor CSR projects, as I've already discussed about facts of poor CSR projects, right? So these are the challenges. So what is the need of what is the way forward that we need to do? As per Uday Kotak panel, it said that first of all, we need to have separate office of chairman and CEO. Then whenever BOD comes to meet and to take decisions, so there should be quorum of at least 1/3 members should be present. If any less than 1/3 are present in board of directors meeting, then meeting should be annulled. It should not be held. Further, financial transparency should be there, and all stakeholder participation needs to be there, or shareholders. So even minor shareholders should be valued, and their opinion must be accommodated while taking the decision. So this is how corporate governance should go, and reforms should be taken. So at the last, I would like to conclude that, see, character of corporate is very important, and it is like a vase in which we plant, and plant is what it is, a national growth, because foundation is laid down by the corporates, and what would the fruit or flower would be national growth. So this is very pictorially I've represented it. Further, not just forming laws, like we have already come up with laws like SHE Act, then earlier we have come up with Companies Act 2013, but still scams are occurring. So what is the need of is law should be there, it should be properly enforced, but at the same time we need to enforce values. So there should be ethics in business. So what are those values? Economic survey has said that it has recommended that there should be ethical wealth generation, and at the same time there should be hand of trust. Government should trust corporates, and even we citizens need to trust corporates. Like we need to move over from this stigmatized capitalism. So this is one of the recommendation. Further, as in the last video, I talked about women empowerment. So there should be inclusion of women in the board of directors, even in the working of the corporates. Women employees should be there, because there has been declining labor force participation rate of women has declined to 20.1% according to PLFS report. So there is only 20% of women are getting opportunity to work out of total labor workforce, right? So what is the need of our is, if we really want to realize our objective of women's say, so we need to move from symbolic gesture of celebrating Women's Day towards the realizing the main objective that Women's Day want us to achieve, that is women empowerment. Empowerment of women from all sense, socially, economically, politically, in every sense, right? So this should be our way forward for the corporate governance. We have covered our topic corporate governance comprehensively. I hope you all must have learned new things and must have got deep insights on this topic, corporate governance. I hope now you all will be able to analyze the current news appropriately and comprehensively as per the demands of the UPSC. So I request you all to please like, share, and subscribe the channel for more such quality videos in future. Also, please do give me feedback about the videos. Thank you all for all the support. Have a nice day ahead and good luck for your preparation.